All right, hello and welcome back to Let's Talk Comics. It has been far too long. Well, today we are continuing the series with the first four issues of the Reign of the Supermen. They are Superman in Action Comics, issue 687, Man of Steel, issue 22, Superman, issue 78, and Adventures of Superman 501. This is the first one to come out, so we'll start with this one. I'm not opening up any of these because that would take far too long. Now, that said, these all take place at the exact same time, which is the end of the, what's it called? The Back from the Dead story. Because at the very end, you see like a little montage of all the Supermen doing stuff. So this one is Eradicator's story. We'll just shuffle these off to the side. This is my favorite one. I like this one. So this is Eradicator's story. This is what the Eradicator actually looks like. I did some research after the story and found out that the Eradicator was someone that Superman fought. And this is his return to the comics. And the guy is beyond nuts that he believes he is actually Superman. He goes to Superman's grave memorial thing, takes the suit, and just becomes Superman. His first night on crime, he fights some people and almost kills them and says, "This is the new justice. This is how we're going to do things." So there's that one. He also doesn't recognize Lois Lane too well. He says he kind of knows her. He knows who Clark Kent is. But he does sound exactly like Clark and look like him. Just very dull, almost robotic. Steel. This is the only one who is not actually Superman in any way, shape, or form. Steel is a guy that Superman saved once and felt like he owed him. But when Superman died to Doomsday, before he could get to him, Steel feels like the only way he can pay Superman back for saving him is by taking up his family crest and fighting crime. There is some weird psychic lady that says that the spirit of Superman now resides within him, and that's why he looks like this, but he's really just a really cool dude, a genius, in fact, because there is a gun in here that he made. He's also really strong. His teeth just rip into that gun. Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, he's just a really smart dude, genius, in an iron suit and a hammer. Yeah, this guy easily stole the show from me. Always wanted to see more of him. But yeah, he saves a bunch of people. He fights mostly, I think, in the hood. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, he fights mostly in the hood in this issue. There's an epic sequence where he busts through a wall and just shoots his arm laser. So cool. Love Steel. Oh yeah. Right. Up until the very end of this, he is called the Man of Steel. So that is literally his name. He's not called Steel till the very, very end. And you'll see who calls him that. Cyborg Superman. This is Superman going and breaking out Doomsday. Not to convince him or anything to help, not to cause chaos, stop shaking, but to throw him on the moon because he's the only thing that can stop him. Now, for those that remember, Doomsday died at the hands of Superman in the Death of Superman story, or Superman Doomsday story. In this, we find Doomsday very much alive, and he's laughing at the very end. Yeah, Lois runs into him. He's like, "Bits and pieces of my memory are fuzzy, but some of it comes here and there." And Lois is like, he's not Superman. She also has a hard time believing that Eradicator is Superman, but that's neither here nor there. Superboy. This picks up right at the end when we see him walk out in Back from the Dead. We see him save a girl from some people, and then when you see him at the Daily Planet, he decides to defect from the Daily Planet, works at GBS, And we see Lex Luthor I think it's in this issue that Lex Luthor takes an interest in him. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Lex Luthor takes a little bit of interest in him. He doesn't do anything yet, but it happens. Yeah, he's my least favorite of the 3 real Supermen. I'm not gonna say which one is which, but there's only 3 real Supermen. The main villain of the story is a Superman. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, these issues also came with posters. I do have the variants as well, but yeah. Yeah, as for starters, this is a really cool way to introduce these 4 Supermen. Again, this is where the story hooked me. So, yeah. For these 4, averaging them all out, 7 out of 10, but this is a 7. This is an 8, 7. Because he's kind of a douche at this moment, a 6. All right. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you guys next time.